Okay, you see, we back again with another vlog, my man. I don't know if this is vlog 5 or 6, but I'm gonna hop right into it. I will say off rip, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is one of the best films I feel like we've watched so far in this class. It's just a lot to break down. So for starters, the main point that I got out of this film is, loyalty. Loyalty among, cultural ideas and aspects throughout, the Chinese community or like, the martial art community. It's about respect, shows hidden and true love, and it's about betrayal. Like the film, like I said, this film was a good one. And I liked it, man. I liked every aspect of it. In which ways is this film transnational? You know, it kind of, for starters, the film itself, produced and made in China with the cast and crew of Chinese people themselves, placed the landscape, like the area of the film was in like an ancient area in China, and it combined with the cultural aspects and practices that, older generation of Chinese people would have practiced. Outside of that, the characters themselves, I'm pretty sure they spoke Mandarin, which gives a whole nother language aspect to films that we've casually watched in America. Everything is in English, but nah, this film brings in their the home native Mandarin speaking or Chinese speaking. I'm not too sure. I don't want to get it wrong, so it's either or. But it brings that aspect into films. Based on class concepts, I kind of said this one along with global culture, because we take aspects from the film right here and we kind of portray it back to the States, and we make films that's like, got the same fighting styles as this type of film. Films like, The Matrix, or something like Blood and Bones, which it's a kung fu mixed martial arts film. And, with films like, the American version of Bruce Lee, which they take aspects of how the Chinese produce their films and their fighting scenes, and, we kind of bring it all together. We globally use what the Chinese have been using. We take it and we use it as our own, kind of, using their concepts and ideals to produce, better films, or like that kung fu film for our audiences. What I liked about this film, I love the storyline. The betrayal, the setup of the characters. How everything just kind of like fell in line. What kind of had me shocked was how, what's his name? Can't think of it. But like the main character, how he died at the end. That hit me heavy, hit the heart heavy. And I was also surprised when the girl jumped off the bridge at the end. I wasn't expecting that. I thought she was gonna live her life out with Lo. Like, but nah, she just said, "Yo, I'm done. I'm out of here." Jumped off the bridge and told him to have faith and just believe. That kind of took me for a loop. But I love this film in general. It kind of brought me back in the olden days with my pops, which is something I also learned about the film. I didn't think I had could bring back a memory from so far ago. Like, I just sat back and thought, like, man, this is what me and my dad used to do. We should just sit back and watch kung fu movies all the time. Just sit there and just kind of act out, like we mess around and act out like we was like doing the karate moves, the kung fu moves. But this film really like took me back into that type of like time zone as to when I was a little kid. And as to how the film made me feel, like I said, I felt connected to the characters. I mean, the storyline, I just felt connected. Although I couldn't understand what they were saying, I got my little subtitles on. They had the subtitles on, but although I couldn't understand what they were saying, I kind of like felt connected in some way to the characters, just because of how like the acting, the scenes, like all of it just like tied together. Just like I couldn't really take my eyes off the film because I wanted to see what was going to happen next. Like, I don't know, it was just like that plot around that sword. I just wanted to know like who was gonna get it. Was he gonna end up training her at the end of the film? When it came down to it, she was really about to join forces with him, but main character died, and that kind of hurt me a little bit. But this was, like I said, one of the better films that we've watched in this class, and I wish and hope that we continue to watch more films like this. And as I'm sitting there right now, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is the #1 film that we've watched. So look out for vlog number 6 coming to you probably in a couple days. We'll have to wait and see what we're doing it on. But as of now, I'm out. Peace.